We're going to talk about Lytec 2018. 2018 is the latest version, and just in case if you don't know what version you're using, when you go to the help button, when you click about, it shows you here what version you're using and what release. And this usually work with any software. So any software that has a help button, usually about tells you what version of the software you have. So there's some exciting new features about Lytec. We're going to cover my favorite new version. The first one is this is enhanced. It's not really a brand new, but it's enhanced. When you go under billing, there's an option here called the AR tracker. So the AR tracker, that's been revamped, and it depending on how many providers you have, you would see all your providers here. I can sort them, so I can sort to see who has, if you have a big list, and I can narrow down. Now notice those hyperlink, they will work with also here. So when I drill down, I gain one extra. If I drill down again, I can sort, of course, as if I want to. And if I drill down one more time, I'm able to see additional levels. So this is for this Medicare. I have two patients, Steve and Julie, and let's say Steve owes me $19.47, and that's the insurance, of course. So I can drill down here and I can go more, and I get to see all the billing number that generates that amount. Over here I can just keep drilling down, and that will take me to the actual transaction entry of this bill. Also, when you right click your mouse, you can choose a few things. So this is the AR tracker detail, so you get to see everything happens with the AR tracker. You can add an AR note, so you can just type. You can also assign this to an agent. So if I can assign to a person. Let's say I want to assign it to this person here, and I want to have the task of to review the billing, and I want it to be due today or maybe Monday. So when that person logs in, they will get to see all the things that they need to work on. Also, you can pick more than one. So let's say if I wanted to take from here all the way here and do those ones, I can sort and I can now assign all of that to a particular person. I can select all just like that. Then I can just assign them to a particular person. I can change the agent at any time, changing the billing status, and that's related to the patient. Now let's start again and drill down one more time. So I'm going to go back to the AR tracker. It shows me by insurance, then by provider, and I can narrow down to this provider here. Over here I still can right click and do things. I can open the insurance, so it will open my AAA Life. I can add a note, I can assign it to an agent. So I can do it from this level here, or as I'm drilling down after sorting or before sorting, I can get to do it based on a patient. And if I keep drilling down, then now I'm assigning things based on a billing number. So this here, I'm assigning this based on a billing number. Also, what was enhanced is the security. So they added additional security that handles the AR tracker. So if you are in the security grid, so when you go under the admin and go under user security profile, then edit whatever group you have, click on the security profile, you will get to see all of this option here. So under billing, so there's a whole new group now for AR tracker, and when you unselect that, you can pick and choose who gets access to the AR tracker. So by turning those things on, you're given access. If you remove it, that means you're removing access from that particular group. I only have one group here showing, but you can have multiple groups for back office, front office, collectors. The next thing they enhanced is able to search for a CPT code. Now as we know, especially in 2018, there's a lot of new CPT code were added. So you need to have this doesn't come with Lytec 2018. It's an add-on. So they no longer sell codes on disk or Encoder Pro. So this is the to replace ways of adding code. So when you go under list, when you go into transaction code, there's a new feature here called find CPT code. This need to be registered. You cannot use this without registering. So I can search for CPT code with whatever description I want, or I can drill down like that and pick the one I want. So if I want 99225, if I double click on that, I will automatically add all of this. Now just to remember, you have to go under default and you have to make sure that this 99225 is there, otherwise it's not. Then you're going to have the price. Okay, then you hit save. Now there's also another way of adding those codes in bulk. So to add that in bulk is you have to be in transaction entry. So let's say I was doing a transaction for this patient here for this bill, and I was under the CPT code, and you have here what's called add code. So that code, adding code from here, it allowed you to pick a whole range of category to add as CPT code. So let me show you how. I'm clicking here. So over here I get to see them by category. So this is covering all the category of CPT code from 0000 all the way to V5999. So let's say I want a radiology group, so I can just click on that. That gives me everything, or maybe I want to see what's underneath it. Those are all the subdivision. If I take that from the parent here, I will be taking all this group, or I can be selecting just like that. I can just take this group or take this one, this one, this one, this one, and once you hit OK, you're adding. So if I'm adding the whole radiology group, let's say I'm doing spinal cord and I'm doing the pelvis. So if I do that, I will be adding all these codes in one shot. You just remember how to add the prices after that. The other very exciting new feature is be able to create your own. It's almost like an edit where it pops up a message. If you ever try to train your people that when you build this procedure for this insurance, for this particular doctor, I want you to follow step A, B, C, D. So that's what we have now. So when you go under billing, we have something called the charge entry messages. So the charge entry message, I just created a fake one here. So just let me show you what I did. So you can say when it's a Medicare and it's Medicare is primary and it happened to be for this provider. If you don't put something here, if I remove that, that means it doesn't matter who is my billing provider or who's my attending provider, or you can specify if this is pertain to billing provider or attending provider, and I can have it where it's in a particular diagnosis, or I can have it if it's a particular transaction with a particular modifier. The less you have, the more you get. So if I add more here, it will keep narrow it down. If I leave it blank, it will be more generic. And so I can choose the diagnosis, the rendering provider. I can have multiple levels here, then whatever message I want it to be. If I save it like that, now if I use this particular, if I use a patient that has this particular attending provider, so if I change my attending provider here and my billing provider, okay, and if I put a generic code 99213 or 14, now when I hit save here, then this message is going to come up. That's the message that, so you can tweak this in any way you want. This is just a reminder. It's not an edit, but works like an edit. The edit usually works when you're scrubbing the claim before you submit them, but this is if it's a reminder telling your billing staff, when you bill this insurance company with this CPT code or with this diagnosis or with this provider or any of that combination I showed you before, I want you to follow step ABC. So this just tells you to remind you that this meets that condition that you follow steps ABC. I hope you like this feature, and thank you for watching.